Hi, it's Howard here from HMB Music. Once I've got the tracks roughly correct, I will export them to audio files, export the Cakewalk file and bring it across to a version of Cakewalk I'm using on my laptop called Cakewalk BandLab, and I'm using it to do the final mix and recording. The reason I do it in this environment is I've got a bigger screen and my laptop's more powerful. Those are the main reasons why I work here. Now once I've got all the MIDI files here, and I've already recorded the main MIDI mix on a sound module. I'll do a review of that sound module on another session. It's extremely useful. It's a Yamaha sound module that I use for a lot of my bass recordings and have done for a number of years. So I've got the MIDI with a lot of the tracks there. I've got some of the tracks separate. I've got the piano there. I've got a Hammond XK1, and I've got a number of vocal tracks. Then I've got the VC30 string sound, which is a kind of late 70s, early 80s string sound from my vocoder. And as you can see, I've got some other vocoder sounds there. So once I've got it over here, I can get the vocals a bit better by doing a little bit of pitch correction. And I'm using Melodyne, so when I double click on the track, it brings up the vocal score. Now what I'll do is, the first thing I'll do when I want to get the vocals right is I will solo the vocals so that all I hear is the vocals. So let's just hear the vocals.
Running away, running around.
So I've got the vocals there. When I put the vocals up on the screen, you can actually see the individual notes that I'm singing. So going to the beginning of the track, which is here, I can move the notes individually. So
I was so wrong, I was so low.
I can correct these for minor mistakes. What you will often find is that if you're a good singer, you know, you'll sing very well in tune. But if you're like me and you tend to go a little bit flat at times, you may need to do some pitch correction.
Running away.
So the first note there, I sang an A flat, but maybe I should have sung a G, and I can just drag that slightly down, or I can click on it and I can move it to the right place by dragging and dropping it. You can make very small adjustments, or you can make larger adjustments. What I find is that if you go too far, you start to get a bit of an artificial sound which doesn't sound quite right, and it's better to do a new take. But you can make small corrections. If you overcorrect, you actually start to make the sound not very natural sounding. So there's a balance between correcting errors in the vocals and making it sound too perfect. In fact, it became very fashionable to copy that Cher track where she did perfect pitch correction, where the notes are forced to a particular pitch. It sounds very robotic, and it's been really overused, that effect. I can't stand it now when I hear it on the radio. I don't mind occasional, but it gets overused. So we try not to do that, but we try to do, unless you want to do it for a special effect, but generally do a sort of mild correction rather than going too far. So once we've done the vocal corrections on Melodyne, we can start to work on the final mix, and I'll talk a bit more about that in another video. Please like and subscribe.